For 5,000 years, human civilization has been built on one idea: trust. Trust written not in laws or words, but in money. From the gold coins of empires to the invisible code of the digital age, money has shaped who rules, who obeys, and who disappears from history. But what if money is no longer controlled by nations? What if the next empire has no flag, only algorithms?
Long before banks and budgets, there was barter, one good for another. But barter was flawed. A fisherman could not trade for bread unless the baker wanted fish. Civilization demanded a universal measure of trust, and so money was born. In Mesopotamia and Egypt, people used silver, barley, and gold as symbols of value. These metals became not just trade tools, they became power. When kings minted coins, they stamped not just their image, but their authority. Money became propaganda, a promise backed by a sword. Gold became the bloodline of empires. Rome expanded on its golden denarius. China's dynasties thrived on silver. The British Empire spread its currency across continents. Gold was scarce, pure, and eternal. It could not be printed or forged easily. For centuries, its weight defined the strength of nations. But power breeds greed. Empires plundered foreign lands, not just for territory, but for gold. Africa's mines, America's silver, India's treasures, all fed the golden hunger of Europe. Gold ruled the world until it couldn't. In 11th century China, paper money changed everything. A piece of paper backed by trust replaced metal. The idea was radical. Money no longer needed weight, only faith. Centuries later, European banks adopted the same principle. They issued notes promising to pay gold on demand, but few demanded it. Paper became wealth, thin, portable, powerful. By the 20th century, the gold standard tied every major currency to gold until war and debt shattered that illusion. In 1971, U.S. President Richard Nixon broke the final link between gold and money. From that day on, money was born from belief and printed by policy. The world entered the age of fiat currency, money with no value of its own, except what governments said it was worth. With gold gone, banks became the new monarchs. They created money not by mining, but by typing. A keystroke could summon billions. Credit became the new gold. Every loan, every mortgage, every swipe of a card was money born out of debt. Central banks printed, private banks multiplied, and debt became the foundation of the global economy. The more the world borrowed, the richer it seemed, until the system trembled. In 2008, trust died again. The very institutions that printed wealth nearly destroyed it. But in that chaos, a rebellion was born. In 2009, an unknown mind, or minds, released a manifesto. It read, "A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going through a financial institution." It was the birth of Bitcoin, money without a master. Unlike dollars, Bitcoin was not printed. It was mined through code, decentralized, transparent, and limited to 21 million coins. From a few cents to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin became more than currency. It became a movement. To some, it was freedom. To others, a threat. As Bitcoin grew, the guardians of traditional finance awoke. Governments realized for the first time in centuries they could lose control of money itself. Their answer: central bank, digital currencies, programmable money controlled by the state. Faster, traceable, taxable. the dream of control reborn in digital form. The question is no longer whether money will be digital, but who will own the code behind it. Today, money is no longer gold, paper, or even numbers. It's information flowing through clouds, controlled by algorithms. We are witnessing the next monetary revolution, a world where nations may fade, but data empires rise. In this new world, your wealth may not sit in a vault, but on a blockchain. And the old question remains, can we trust the new rulers of money? From the gold of kings to the code of machines, money has always been power disguised as trust. Every revolution promised freedom until it became the next system of control. Perhaps money was never about coins or code, but control over belief. And as we march into a digital future, one truth remains: the world's most powerful currency is not gold nor Bitcoin. It is trust.